on this episode of Bot versus Con.
Welcome back, Bot vs. Con fans. As always, I'm Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con, and this is Bot vs. Con, where your voice is heard.
And we're back, but this time with the special leaks version. I hate that word now. But we're back with what's come out, and we're going to go ahead and give our full opinions on some leaks that were just announced. This should be interesting. There's a lot of figures that were released. So before we jump into that, let's say thank you to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime, where you can actually pre-order some of these figures possibly. They're not going to be in stock right now, but you can go ahead and get your pre-orders in possibly. Also want to say thank you to our members. We really do appreciate your support. And to our subscribers, we wouldn't be doing the show without you. So if you haven't become a subscriber yet, please click that subscribe button down below and also click that notification button so you're aware of any new input that we put out here. So with that, James, I think we're ready to get started. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is Bot versus Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
So why don't we start off with the deluxes from Age of the Prime. So we're just going to go through this one by one. And the first one is one that we kind of talked about on our news, and that's Jalopy. So I looked up a Jalopy, and this is one of the pictures, and I thought that would be a really cool transformer. So I put that one up. So would you buy this if it transformed?
Probably not, but...
You got those bi-wing planes.
Yeah, but... That is true. Okay, that is true. But they're not official, and so...
So all it would take with this to be a third party and you pick it up?
Well, I would... It would kind of fit with everything else I have. If Hasbro came up with this doesn't fit anything else I have, and like the difference in quality, I guess, would show.
I get what you're saying. I think this would be really cool if it's one of the steampunk Hearts of Steel figures. So they're releasing the 4, and they did say they might add to it. So maybe this is another one that goes in there.
Okay,
that's not saying that I would pick it up because I'm not picking up the other 4, but maybe, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I would love this if it was another Junkion that was from, the 86 line, just kind of adding to that.
So if it was a Junkion that looked like this, would you pick it up?
I would want it to be a little bit more Cybertronian, kind of like the Junkions are, to fit that. But if it was an old,
I'm just laughing because, like, a trash truck wouldn't be on any other planet but Earth.
Well, I didn't like the.
You bought it?
I think it was my worst figure of the year.
I think it was one of them. Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, there's not really much to talk about with this one, so let's move on to something else, which is Joyride, which I had to look him up because honestly, I didn't know. He's the pink and teal guy over off to the side. I really like those colors.
I can imagine you do.
I think that looks really cool. And I remember I think it was leaked that they're doing Sure Shot, which goes with Point Blank. And I could see him being a repaint of Sure Shot.
Yeah, were they not Power Masters? I can't remember what they were called. But yeah, I like the colors as well. Very different than what we traditionally got from Transformers when he was released. And I've never had one, so I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, me too. Let's move on to Tailgate, which I think was both of our most exciting ones from this wave, except for Jalopy that you want. I've always liked Tailgate. I really like his color scheme, the white and the greenish teal color. Again, with the teal with me, right? He's one of the few mini bots that I actually like. So I don't think I have a good Tailgate in my collection. I'm not getting the Extrans Bots one. They fooled me once on that mold. But I'm actually pretty interested in what this looks like because I think that will look really good.
Yeah, I wonder if it will be a repaint of the Wind Charger that they did years and years ago. I don't even, was it Power of the Primes or I don't even remember.
Yes. I
Um,
think it was even before that.
oh,
He came with a little gun. My first blast. No, that was Swerve. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a new mold, and you'll probably get a Swerve the year after that. If not this same year. And, we only have 5 deluxes, so there's going to be more in this whole line. So,
Whoa.
assuming.
You mean a wind charger, not a Swerve?
Thank you. I just talked about Swerve with my first blaster. Thank you. So I'm assuming we'll see a wind charger as well. Who knows? Wind charger might come out first and then tailgate. These are leaks. So
Yeah.
Also, forgot to say disclaimer. Take everything we're saying with a grain of salt.
Definitely.
They've been correct for the last 4 or 5 years, but still, just
no problem.
On the safe side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, I have the X-Transbots version, and like you said, it was the feet were crazy to transform, and I hated that the chest plugged into the tires, but there was only a little notch in the tires, so you had to keep moving it around. It was
horrible.
Terrible.
I just got that mold during one of the sales, and different color, but I did not like it. So
yeah. So yeah, I'd be in for this as well.
Yeah. Now let's talk about Point Blank and Fangery. Do you think they're just going to be repacks?
I think they're just going to be repacks. Fangery was in one of the Target 4-packs, I believe.
I think it was the Buzzworthy Bumblebee. They came with the Black Arachnia and Nemesis Primal, and one more that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Yeah. So
Goldbug.
Goldbug. Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't really excited about it. If I guess this will be a chance for them to release it separately. Get it if you want it. I have it, so I doubt I get it. It'll probably be like a slightly different shade.
I just wonder if he's going to have a gun. Because that was my problem with him, is he had no weapons.
Oh, I don't even remember that. Yeah.
It's an okay mold. Not my favorite.
Yeah, it's, again, I have it, so no need to get it again. I don't think. I was going
to say, do you need a second Point Blank? He is your favorite G1 character of all time.
Not true. He's my favorite Target Master. But, I actually ended up doing a upgrade for the arms on
the spoiler, right?
And the spoiler. I bought a aftermarket kit, and I'm good with that. I don't know what they would do. Like I said, they might include the spoiler, but I really think it's just going to be a repack. And I was really excited when this was announced initially, but kind of disappointed when I got it.
Yeah, actually, it might really be a slight color change, like Metal Hawk. Remember?
Right.
They re-released that, and it was just slightly different. I think it looked better the second time, so this could look a lot better.
Yeah.
But I think that's what they're doing. And I think they're releasing both of these again because we've got the other Headmaster Junior, Decepticon Headmaster Juniors coming out in the packs, Squeeze Play, and Horrible that was just shown off. And then Point Blank, Sure Shot's supposed to be coming out, and I believe Crosshairs came out during Siege. Probably needs an update. It was the Ironhide mold.
Yeah.
I actually like that figure a lot. But
yeah, I remember that because I remember the aftermarket kit for that had the gigantic tires that they.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, all around a good set of deluxes. I'm interested to see what else is coming out, though.
Same here.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Voyagers. I think this is going to just be another repack. We've got Vector Prime. I don't think they're going to be doing another thing. Maybe it would be cool if it's like the Universe color or the Power Links color or something. But part of me thinks since it's the Age of Primes, it's just going to be maybe slightly tweaked, but this color.
I completely agree. I don't think they'll add anything to it, any new accessories or anything. I think it'll just be a repack.
Yeah. And then we have Swindle.
Yeah, I mean, this will be new, but I'm curious if it will hold up in comparison to Vortex.
Yes, and Swindle I think is both of our favorite Constructicons, Combaticons, and I'm interested just to see what it looks like. I can have Swindles by themselves. I always felt it was a shame that he was part of a combiner because he was such a character. More than almost any other combiner limb. Like, he had a whole story with selling stuff, and that's just cool. It's a unique. There's no other. There's other, fighters like Onslaught and Brawl and stuff, but he had a unique salesman persona, which I always really liked. So I'm interested. I am curious on why he's a Voyager, but Vortex is a deluxe. Like, what is the difference between the two? Is he going to have the integrated foot? What's going on with that? I don't think he is, but I'm interested to see why he's a Voyager.
Yeah, it used to be the size. Now it's probably going to be because he comes with, 2 guns and a foot. Yeah,
exactly. Which, honestly, for a combiner, if it comes with the combiner parts, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and I haven't decided if I'm going to go in on this combiner set yet. I'm leaning towards no, but the Vortex looks really good, and I think it's also because I going in on the Magic Square version, and that looks so good. I think it might kind of like with the Devastator. Like, if it would have came out, a year ago, I'd be all in for it. But since it's coming out at the same time as a masterpiece figure masterpiece figures that I'm collecting, it's kind of dampening me from doing that.
Yeah, it's redundant at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to leaders, we've got Liege Maximo, Armada Megatron, and then the Unicron Soldier. I didn't know what to put for Unicron Soldier, so I just put Unicron. Unicron is not coming out in leader size. Disclaimer. Are you excited to pick up another Armada Megatron?
Definitely not.
I feel like they just had extras laying around and are putting it out, because this thing was going for $35 for months. Like 6 months, it was $35 until it was finally gone.
Yeah, I know I picked mine up because it was on deep discount, and yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't think, again, it might just be a refresh, and I doubt they even add any color to this, because I think the colors were pretty spot on.
It's just weird that they're doing a refresh of it. Like, are they going to be doing a refresh of the Armada Prime? I know people have been asking for that. Then it would make sense, have both of them come out again.
Mm-hmm.
But, people have been really wanting them to do that. So
yeah,
we'll see. Have you because this is a little bit later, have you thought about any ideas of the Unicron Soldier?
Not at all. I think it might be, I don't know, what was that kind of green troop builder that came out last year or something like that. Neither one of us picked it up, but it was like a troop builder. And
you mean part of the pack, the 4-pack?
Was it part of the 4-pack? I think it was
an Auto Trooper and the Seeker.
No, I think it was an individual bot, and I think it may have been from a game. I didn't get it, so it's not sticking with me. Then, but it was like a random green bot. Now I feel like I need to look it up.
Yeah, now you're completely got me stumped.
But that's what it's giving me vibes of just like a troop builder that they might have as a,
Not saying it's going to be this, but one of my favorite Cybertron toys was the deluxe Unicron. I don't know if you remember that. It was Unicron, but he turned into like a boat, and it was supposed to be like his emissary. At least that's what I thought of it. Like, instead of sending, if he needed to send himself, that's what he came as.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be amazing. Don't think it's going to be that, but that would be really cool. And Liege Maximo, all of the things I've seen from him look really cool. I know in that one interview we talked about from the designer, they said, will it be G2 or comics? And he said, you got the correct answer. So it's probably going to be a mixture of both of them. But this art looks very cool.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm curious, but I don't know. I'm not really excited. So
oh yeah,
And I hate to say it that way, but yeah, I'm just not really excited about it.
I don't take this if you're a big fan of the character. It just looks like Transformers Loki.
Yeah, it's.
And I don't know nothing about the character, so that's just what I see.
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know anything about the character, and again, it's cool if this is where I think Transformers, when they introduce new figures, it loses me because there's no media, no current media around it, so I don't get a good opportunity to learn about the character, and if it is a made up character, that's fine, but there's nothing to hold me, curious about it. I'm not growing with these releases. I'm just like, oh, okay, and especially when it's just a repaint.
And I don't think this is going to be a repaint, and that's kind of like what we talked about,
sure.
Where if they had some sort of show or YouTube show or something that would introduce these characters and you could get to know them and see them on a mission or something, I think both of us would probably be a little bit more interested.
Yeah, it's something. It just doesn't. I'm missing that aspect of it, I guess.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Commanders. So the first one is Onslaught, obviously. I mean, I think they didn't say Onslaught, but put 2 and 2 together. He's going to come out. Now, the second one, we don't know. What would you like to see? Is there anybody? I know one you would like to see.
This is going to sound bad. I can't even think about
G2 Menasor, G2 Motormaster. You would like to see it, but just because you'd finish the Combiner, right?
Yeah, I really didn't like the Menasor Combiner, and so that would not do it for me. I think the more recent Combiners have looked better than the Menasor, so I would actually not be happy seeing a G2 version of it.
Well, you're 3 deep, so you pick it up.
Damn, that is true. I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you would like it, so you could finish a team.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll go with that. I just wouldn't combine it. I now know that I wouldn't combine it.
Honestly, I don't know who I would pick for a commander class. Lugnut would be really cool. But again, they said he would probably be leader, which makes no sense to me. Who else? Tripredicus, the 3-bot Beast Wars combiners.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Those would be very cool too, to get an updated version of those. So,
yeah, it would have to be something, and it's avoiding me right now because I'm like we've been getting. I hate to say this, but we've been getting the same characters over and over again, repainted, or not even repainted, but just re-released over and over again. And so I just keep thinking about the same figures that have come out. Like I can't think of anything that's hasn't been done in a while that needs to see the light of day.
And I was actually going to say that later on in this. I'm kind of over Optimus, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, because that's every single time we see them. Yeah. Love the characters, except for Bumblebee. He's a little but we just keep seeing the same thing over and over and over. Like how many Prime? We got the 86 Prime, and then we got that Gamer Prime, and then we got the Retro G1 Prime, and I'm like, okay, I get it. This is who your flagship is. Calm down a little bit, But
I'm okay with that aspect of it. It's that we just keep getting repacks of the same figure. That's where
the refreshes is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's because it's a quick, easy way to make money.
Right, and that's kind of why I don't get necessarily excited, because it's again for new collectors, it's awesome. It's great to be able to get it, especially if you're just getting into Transformers or you're just getting back into Transformers. It's great because we don't have stores where you can go and just grab stuff all over again, like a Toys R Us or something like that. So again, I have the luxury of having some of these figures already and not having to go out and pay scalper dollars. But because they just keep refreshing them, it's just like, okay, my interest is gone because I already have it. Or you did, a new box, wow, or a very slight paint job. Sometimes it's like, wow, that looks great. I like it better than the one I have, but I'm not gonna buy it all over again.
Well, let's pause on that thought, because I think that's going to come up when we get to Studio Series. So
Fly.
Let's move in to the exclusives. There's a lot, and a lot of them I couldn't put pictures on because they're very nebulous. So let's start off with a retro wheelie and a retro Outback. We talked about on the show, Outback's like one of my favorite G1 designs. I like a little bit of earth salt seasoning on my Transformers, and having an Australian, he is, right? He's an Australian type of guy. Yeah, I could just see him with a cowboy hat on trying to wrestle a gator or something. I love it. So I will be getting Outback. I don't know why I've always liked him. Wheelie, this is the picture that I looked at and I was like, oh, that flap is supposed to be his hat, the brim of his hat. I never got that. I'm like, that anyways. Won't be picking that up. I'm assuming it's going to be the core class figure in the retro Walmart packing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in for the Outback. I'm possibly in for the Willy. I'm hoping that it's, a updated new mold in the retro packaging like they did.
Well, these are exclusives, and honestly, I don't think any of them are going to be new molds because they're exclusives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I can wish, but
you can wish.
But I'm curious to see what it is. I'll have to see it. I recently got a G1 Willy.
Ooh, it was your favorite figure of the year, huh?
Definitely not. And so, if it's something like that, it'd be a pass for me because he's definitely not my favorite or close to my favorite mini bot.
The next we have this Generation Selects multi-pack. I don't know if this multi-pack is the one that we just talked about from Target, because it does say Generation Selects. Or is it like the 5-pack of Autobots? Is it going to be a 5-pack of Decepticons? 3-pack, because they're mostly Voyagers. Who knows? But there will be a multi-pack. And then there's also a Generation Select Combiner. This also might be Motormaster.
Yeah.
Or is it going to be a full Combiner? I can also see G2 Devastator. Would that make you buy it?
It depends.
Okay.
I don't have the price and also what comes out. So right now we know that Mecha Invasion is coming out with the G2 Constructicons.
X-Transbots too.
Yeah, and so there's not as many options currently as there are of the green guys. And again, I'm in on 7 of them, so that's really overkill. I don't know if I would do the same with the Constructicons. I doubt that they'll be cheaper than the current option, but it would definitely have to be cheaper for me to go in.
Yeah, it should be. I can also see G2 Superion being on there too. So
that could be.
That might be if it's the whole combiner.
Yeah, that could be.
It just says combiner. I'm assuming that's the whole thing, or maybe it's G2 Dinobots.
I was gonna say if they re-release the core class. Oh gosh.
You'd have to buy them.
Yeah, with your money.
They also had the Timelines, Optimus and Starscream, and then another pack, which would probably be Bumblebee and Megatron. They did say they were going to keep the same characters. Who knows what the Timelines is going to be? Let us know your best thoughts down below. Do you have any ideas?
This is going to sound bad. I don't even care.
It's not for you. It's not.
I like the box.
What would be kind of cool is what if Optimus, Starscream, Megatron, and Bumblebee were in Beast Wars? So not like we see them, but actually like as beasts. I don't know. I'm spitballing, or maybe they're Dinobots. That would be kind of cool too. You know, there's things they can do.
There's definitely things they can do, and
I'm not saying any of my ideas are good.
I like the idea. It's just that I didn't like the execution. So
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. I mean, you know, they could possibly do something, and it could be really cool. That's what I'm hoping for.
This is where if they do it right, they could get me.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, if they do something so off the wall and crazy but cool, I might be in. Hearts of Steel has been done before, so I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah, it is what it is. You know?
Yeah. Give me something exciting. Like when they came out with Megatronus, I was just like, yes, that looks different. It's new. Yes, it's the new shiny toy. I want that. Mm-hmm. Don't give me a repaint, or you know, if you're gonna give me a repaint of something that you haven't done in the last 7-8 years.
Yeah. I agree. Let's do these next 4 kind of quickly, just because there's nothing to talk about because we don't know. One of them's called Sky. One of them's called SDCC number 1. Another one's Age of the Prime Sentinel Artifact Pack, and the other one is DTC Pro Pack. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah. Sky made me think of Skyfire. You know.
Oh, made me think of Sky Bite. Can you tell when we grew up?
Yeah.
I was also thinking of Sky Gary. That one too.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one.
It's Japanese. Yeah, I'm interested. SDCC maybe is another Skybound one. Maybe it'll be the Optimus with the Megatron arm that I talked about. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Next, we have a Beast Wars Predacon multi-pack.
That's all you.
Depending on what they do. If it's not just Tarantulas, Megatron, Pterosaur, the same molds we saw re-released with a better color scheme, if it's something new and unique and cool, I'm totally down. Totally down. I think I have all of the Beast Wars figures that they came out with in Kingdom. Those were actually good figures. Mm-hmm. I think you even said they were good figures for the time. I'm totally down if they're weird repaints or something. But if it's just the same figures and the same color schemes we've been seeing, I'm good.
Yeah. Man, for me, and again, I keep harping on this, it's not a bad thing because there's new collectors that may want to get this stuff and they've missed it. It's just not going to get my dollar again.
Yeah. And who knows? They could do something cool and you need it. You never know.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. And then the next one is Red Alert Minicon Pack, which is something you have been talking about, that they're going to release Minicon packs for a long time. So what do you think of this?
You just hit on it. I had a feeling that this is going to be their money grab here. So all the Armada figures that, you're like, oh, I would have got it if it had a Minicon. Here's your opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. I probably won't be picking it up because I didn't pick up any of the Armada ones. And it'll probably be too expensive for what it is for me. But I'm interested.
I'm interested to hear, like, if they look amazing, I'm going to... I would see you going on a little tirade because you may have picked some of the reasons you didn't pick up the figures was because it didn't come with the Minicon, and if they came out with the Minicon, you were like, I'd be in on it. And so if the Minicons come out and they look great, I could see you being a little irritated.
Honestly, I'd probably just buy the Minicons because the figures, wasn't really a fan of any of them except for Tidal Wave looked good. So if they released Tidal Waves and Minicons, I'd probably pick up Tidal Wave, but he's still readily accessible, and I don't think he's not going to be readily accessible anytime soon.
Yeah.
So that would be the only one. The rest of them, I just want their Minicons. Let's just be honest. So we'll see. I think they're just going to be the little guys and not really be better than the old ones, if that makes sense.
I think they'll either be exactly like the old ones or
have a ball joint in the hips instead of pins.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have Energon 4.
Could it be something from Transformers Energon?
That's what I was thinking, but I really don't know. So.
Yeah, I don't know who, Um, yeah, that's all I got on there. Probably like Red Alert or with Ironhide. A repaint there.
That would be cool. They could do some stuff that would be interesting. Honestly, I don't know. They're probably going to do something weird with Dark Energon or something like that. That's going to make no sense to us, but we'll see. Well, why don't we just move into Studio Series? Because I know you're excited for that. And the deluxes, we have 86 Wheeljack, TF4 Bumblebee, and TF1 Soundwave. I thought TF1 Soundwave was going to be a Voyager, and I'm a little disappointed because that design is way better than Starscream's and deserves to be a Voyager, in my opinion. He was also very cool in the movie. TF4 Bumblebee. If you like this design, good for you. I'm happy that you like it. It's way too organic looking for me. Like, it's pushing the movie designs so far in the direction that I don't want to see them, and I'm glad that they brought it back in with Bumblebee. Because everything's curved and it just looks weird. And the claw he has, still don't understand it. 86 Wheeljack, I think might be a new mold for the simple fact that we're getting a re-release of that mold in Target.
That makes me think it's going to be the same because we also had, if you remember, we had the Cup remold? That was a Target exclusive in the Bumblebee line.
Correct, but we did not get an 86 after that.
I just think that
you're right. I'm just trying to be a little optimistic.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, this is if this is. That's crazy because they released it the first time, then they released it in the 5-pack, and then didn't Takara just release it in the Dynamic Capture series, or no?
I don't remember it from Takara, but yeah,
it was the Cybertronian one, so not this one.
Yeah,
and then they released it just in the noob thing, and then if they release it again, that's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and they've all had slight color variations, but. Yeah, I'd be good. I'd be really good.
Yeah, me too. Voyagers, we have Cyclonus and the Transformers 4 Optimus EV when he's like hiding. Do you remember in the movie? And then he comes out.
Junkyard.
I really like that color scheme on Optimus, like that dirty, grungy look. I thought that was really cool in the movies, so I'm not going to pick it up.
The first
it's probably just going to be what?
Wasn't that the first Mark Wahlberg version?
You are correct, yeah. I'm assuming it's just going to be a repaint of the one that came out a while ago. Who knows? And Cyclonus, I think, is just going to be a repaint of this figure you see on screen.
The Kingdom.
With more accurate paint.
Yeah, I liked the Kingdom Cyclonus.
Me too.
So that's cool, but yeah, I actually have a couple that I'm selling, so it's not really a big thing to me. I'm hoping it's better, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this was, you know what it'll probably be?
The sweep.
It'll probably instead of silver, it'll be pink.
Oh yeah,
that's probably what they'll do.
Yeah,
which is cool. Awesome. I'm good.
I meant to say his Armada.
His Armada. They already did the sweeps. So.
Yeah.
Moving on. So we got a whole bunch of leaders, like I talked about. So we're starting with the repacks, or what I think are going to be the repacks. We've got Blitzwing, 86 Blitzwing, 86 Swoop, and then TF7 Scourge. Honestly, I think all of these are just going to be repacks. Some of these are from 2027. Maybe Scourge will be different, honestly, because... No offense if you like this figure. Look at this figure. Look at it. Am I wrong? It doesn't look like it does in the movie, and they got concept art and worked off the concept art, not what he did in the movies. So that's the one I could see them rehauling. I don't think they're going to redo Blitzwing, and I don't think they're going to redo Swoop.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to redo Swoop at all. Pelican Bot. Yeah, I hated that like everyone was so excited to get Swoop, and it was a bit of a letdown for me.
A lot of people were so excited, and then blah, we didn't hear nothing about it.
Yeah,
The people got it, and we're like, okay, yeah,
I'm
he's in the
finished.
collection.
Yeah, I'm finished. I think
Yeah.
Swoop may have been my least favorite of the
It's
Dinobots.
so weird because he's your favorite Dinobot,
He's
and
one-
he's the
yeah,
least
he's one-
favorite
he's
in
one
this set and King Toys.
Yeah,
As of now, I think when you get Bronto Solid, that'll be a different thing.
yeah.
But for
Slag
now,
and Swoop,
yeah.
Slag and Swoop were my favorite Dinobots and my favorite dinosaurs. And so, yeah, getting it, I was just like, this doesn't look accurate to me. But yeah,
What can you do?
yeah.
Next up, we're going to take a break from the movies and go into the comics. So we have Comics Fort Max. I don't know if it's going to be G1 Marvel, Comics Fort Max, or IDW. But Leaders Class could be literally either of them. If you look right there, Fort Max next to Chrome Dome. So he's not huge like you're used to. And then I thought the Leader Soundwave was going to be 86, but it looks like it's going to be the comic Soundwave.
I'm curious about these because I wasn't reading the comics back then, so I'm curious to what these are going to look like. And
Well, Soundwave, like you could see right here, was purple in the comics, so
Yeah.
it'll probably be purple. Fort Max depends on which version they do from him. I mean, I guess there's different versions of Soundwave, but honestly, I think Soundwave is just going to be a recolor of the other one, and since it's not the 86 version, and Fort Max, who knows? That has to be a new one, I guess, too. Unless it's Megatron.
I'd be okay with the repaint of Soundwave, like if it's in purple like this, because I don't have it in my collection. I'd be okay with that. And the Fort Max, I'm curious about because I have the Titan, and so I'm very curious about what this would look like.
Yeah.
May pick it up.
Let's move on to some other ones. We got TF5 Hound, which I know is your favorite Hound. TF5 Megatron, which unironically is one of my favorite designs as a non-transformer. That thing looks so cool with the spike on his shoulder, like removed from being Megatron. Looks really sick. And then, wow, it's already happening. 86 Optimus Sleep Mode in Leader Class.
I'm probably going to skip on this whole line.
Even the Sleep Mode 86 Prime?
Probably will.
Wow.
I have enough Sleep Primes, so I have the one that's on screen right here, for instance. Magic Square came out with a version, and yeah, as you said, I'm kind of over so many of the same characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, it could be an impulse buy. I see it in store and I grab it. I wonder if it's going to come with the trailer and all that.
I don't think so, because this is a Leader Class.
Oh, yes, you did say that.
So I think they're cutting that probably out for the Leader Class. And I bet you we'll get another Leader Class Optimus down the line.
Yeah. So far, this isn't a must-have for me.
Yeah, I agree. Hound, love his Gatling gun. The triple-barreled Gatling gun is so cool. I mean, you have those spinning with the other ones spinning and just destruction. Not a big fan of the character.
Yeah.
The beard. I love the bullets on the arms. There's some things I really like about him and a lot I don't. The Sleep Mode Prime, no, I've never liked Sleep Mode Prime. No offense, it's just not my thing. The Megatron, I have to see it. That I'm not joking when I say that's one of my favorite Megatron's designs. I call him Ren Sora, which if you guys were around back in the day, that was the KO of the Voyager. And I was lucky enough to get one with the see-through red and the see-through sword. They only made like 100 of those, and then they got such backlash that they stopped making them and made them with like solid colors. So I was very happy to pick that up. But I really like that design, and I'm not even joking. If it looks good, not decent, good, I will be in on that. Just because I think it's a cool design, but I like Dark Souls and stuff like that, so that's not very surprising.
Easy skip for me.
Yeah. Well, you could buy it for me for like, I don't know, Hack Day or YouTube Partner Day or something like that. I'll get you a cake. How's that sound?
Oh yeah, sounds.
You get me him, I'll get you a cake.
Totally.
But now let's get into like the miscellaneous stuff. We've got Anniversary Leader 86 Megatron, the Titan, and this is what caught me off guard: a role play item. Studio Series role play. Are you having the same thoughts that I am that we can't talk about on this show, but maybe another show?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking about of the role play side. So let your imagination go, and that we're having our imaginations go. The Anniversary Megatron is screaming repaint or recolor, and how are you going to have an anniversary of a figure that it hasn't been released yet? So it's just like,
I think it's going to be some sort of a special. I don't know what's going on. 2026. That will be what? 40 years?
Mm-hmm.
1986, right? So it'll be the 40-year anniversary of the movie. So he's probably gonna. I think that's why I put this picture in. I think he's gonna be silver, painted all silver like this.
Yeah.
Even if he wasn't like that in the movie, it's shiny, it's pretty, it's So that's what I'm thinking. And they'll probably have Anniversary Optimus as well, which is exactly what we were saying on, I don't remember if it was the Megatron episode or the news after that. They're going to be doing that.
Yeah, it's and then we're going to get a whole new slew of 86 figures.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, if this Megatron is painted silver and looks like this, I will be picking it up. Like I said on those shows, I'm waiting for the deco I want.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Now, the Titan, as somebody who's into G1 86, they didn't say it's an 86 Titan, they just said Series Titan. What do you think 86 wise they could do?
I mean, he doesn't fit Titan, but maybe if they did like the Quintesson ship, that
the spiral-y thing?
Yeah.
That would be weird.
That would be weird. Because now, I mean, I'm thinking about the ships that they could do, because there wasn't really any Titans in there besides Devastator, unless they do a Devastator repack.
Forgive me, my memory is poor. Was what's his name there? Metroplex in the movie?
Autobot City. And
Autobot City was.
Yeah, so I did think about that, and if but it's like it wasn't called Metroplex, and it's all gold, So
yeah, it was stuff. And I remember we went to one of the panels, and the G1 writers were saying the combiners and the city bots were having their battle over off to the side or something. Remember?
Yeah.
So whether or not that's canon for Hasbro's another story.
Right.
I was thinking it could be Rails, if you remember Rails. It was a cut concept art from the 86 movie of a train that turns into a snake. It was not. I think it was supposed to be an Autobot.
I don't remember that at all.
Which would be very weird, but I know a lot of fans want it for some reason. And then I already said this. I was thinking for the movies, there's the concept art of the pirate ship that would transform, which I would be down for, a ghost ship. Especially if it had cloth sails. Ooh, how cool would that be? Probably wouldn't, but that would be really cool. What else is there? The Quintesson ship is a very good idea. Maybe the Magnus's ship too.
That blew up.
Yeah, I think I don't.
Yeah. They escaped in the front.
I haven't watched that movie since I was about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So please forgive me.
Oh, okay.
And the only thing I remember is Megatron being so cool, shooting Optimus. That was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
What else? I could also see a Unicron.
I would think a
like
Unicron.
a scaled down Unicron that you could put in the background, because that's the only way they're ever going to get it mass market that's not $600.
Yeah, and I wonder what the price would be of that scaled down Unicron. It has to be affordable, but still something that's enticing, because I know people are still buying the HasLab. From time to time, it's always at a con. Typically,
$1,200.
and it's $1,200, and so you
And
have
it's always gone by the time we leave.
$1,200 minimum. I mean,
Minimum,
yeah. So I mean, then it's just like, do we charge $300 for it, which is cheaper than the HasLab initially, but still, and or do we charge? Because if you look at,
I think they're going to keep it in the same price range, like $200, and it's going to be just way tinier than what you would want. We can also think, you have the Star Convoy, or what is it, Star Optimus Prime, or whatever they call him, who is 15 inches tall. So we could always get some sort of figure that's big but not too big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be like another Magnus that's a little bit bigger, a little bit more in proportion. I'm interested to see what that looks like, and then I'll be waiting to see what you get when you get the role play thing.
The weapons are a whip and
handcuffs. Moving on to Swapticons, we've got Tarantulas and Black Arachnia, which they might have my money. A little spider would be really cute. Pterosaur and Laserbeak, which was weird to me. I don't see those two going together. I would see Laserbeak and Buzzsaw would be a better pair, but I don't know. Scorponok and Double Punch, which you can see off to the side, and then the one that probably makes the most sense, Ironhide and Ratchet.
Yeah. Still probably not in on any of these, but I will gladly like to see them shown off in your halls.
Yeah, I these are going to be, I'm at Target buying milk and eggs, and I walk by Transformers, and I'm like, hey, there's the Tarantulas. Oh, it's $9.99. Throw that in the cart. These are not going to be pre-orders.
Right.
The only one that might be a pre-order is the Nemesis Prime.
Yeah.
But again, I don't even know. I'm probably not even going to do that. So
yeah,
that's if I see it, I'll buy two of them, one for me and one for you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Moving on to Cyberworld, we're going to break these down as well, because there's a lot of them. First, we already talked about this a lot, so I don't really have to talk about it. We have Soundwave Deep Sea Explorer, Ultimate Shockwave Dino. I just realized what that is. Ultimate Scourge Pirate Ship and Ultimate Hound Yeti. I just realized the Shockwave is just going to be a repaint of Grimlock. It has the gun arm already.
With the
big Grimlock.
With the dino head on the shoulders.
No, the dino head's on the arm.
Oh, I don't know.
The Cyberworld Grimlock, and it has a Gatling gun.
Yes. That's
what Shockwave is going to be. Because he already has the gun arm. All they need to do is change the head, which I was hoping for something a little different, but
pass for me on that if that's the case.
Yeah, Scourge Pirate Ship has my attention. You know I like pirate ships, and Scourge makes sense. He has the weird mustache, and he turns into a boat type of thing, so kind of works. And
pirates call pirates Scourge or something like that. It's like in there. I think of like,
do they?
I'm thinking of like, yeah, that's why
I can't think of a word. I think you're thinking of another word.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they do. I don't know.
I thought I heard Scourge the first time in a pirate movie or cartoon or something like that as a kid. I think that's where I first got introduced to the word Scourge.
Oh, okay. I think that would make sense. I think that one makes the most sense versus Deep Sea Explorer Soundwave or Dinosaur Shockwave.
Dinosaur Shockwave, if that's pass.
And the one that makes the least sense is Hound Yeti.
I was thinking of a cup, like a Yeti mug. That's what I was thinking of.
Not gonna lie, if there was a mug that transformed into Hound, I'd be interested.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, like I know about a Yeti, but I was just like, Hound and a Yeti don't go together. But like a thermos or like a green thermos or something like that. I was just like, I can see it.
With like an insert that you could take out so you could actually put water in it. And it's like transforms around. Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good with that, but yeah.
I'm almost positive he's gonna be a monster. I mean, Outback would make more sense. Hound, they should have made him a dog. Even though that doesn't make sense, at the same time, he's got the name. Yeah. Put two and two together. But Yeti just... I mean, and there's so many monster bots. Repugnus would be cool. Even though it doesn't make sense, but we're doing a weird Cyberworld thing. Repugnus would work, horrible. Anybody but Hound, this...
Unless, I mean, Yetis are supposed to make some sound that's like a howling. I don't know. I'm reaching here. I'm reaching for ideas, and I'm not doing good with it.
I'm very interested, though. I will say that.
Give me my Yeti cut.
There you go. Armored figures. We've got Arachnid, Ratchet, and Megatron Drill.
Megatron Drill. What if they did like an oversized, and since they haven't done it yet, but like a nose cone from Computron, and had like it was Megatron, like minor Megatron, and he turned into a drill.
Like that's what I was thinking. Minor Megatron is what.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool if it's again give us something new and different. That would be something kind of cool, but. Yeah, that's all I'm thinking of with that.
Arachnid I'm interested in just because I like evil spider women. So I'm interested in that, but we'll see. Some CCs we have, I'm just going to read them all. Cheetor, Jazz, Lockdown, Classic Primal, OP Classic E, Bumblebee Off-Road E, Megatron Bull E. I don't know exactly what those are. But there's a whole bunch.
Yeah, the off-road Bumblebee makes me think of, was it the reactive Bumblebee?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they're doing that again? Which I think you like that figure.
I do. It's nice, but I'm good with that figure.
Yeah.
And then they're also doing a multi-pack. So none of those really stick out to me. Lockdown might be interesting. I wonder what they would make him. Probably make him like, I don't know, a Triceratops or something like that. I'm looking around. Or crab. It would be a Lockdown that turns into a crab.
Why don't we just make him a jail cell? I'm locked down.
Don't give them good ideas. That would be really cool as a playset.
And it comes,
get it in the punk.
It comes with a
little Lockdown that turns into a cop.
It comes with a little Diddy doll.
You had to go there. It's late and he's already going there. It's his headmaster. Well, let us know what you think about those. And if there's any other Cyberworld ideas you have, I'd love to hear all the ideas. And they've got some crazy ones. Because I know it's not going to just be Cheetor. It's going to be like Cheetor as a plane. Something crazy.
Yeah.
And let's just do final thoughts, because why not? Are you excited for all of these figures? Because you're probably going to be getting about 3/4 of them.
I am excited about the one or two that I might pick up out of what we talked about. I'm very curious. Again, what I'm excited about is that people who don't have these get another chance to get them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited for, and I keep talking about that. That's my final thoughts. Is hopefully it's some new molds for us to get excited about, and some new characters for us to get excited about. But it's an opportunity for people to grab stuff that they didn't get a chance to grab because they're late to the game or couldn't find it in the store.
Makes sense. I'm also excited about a few things. First of all, good point. I'm happy that people can get things that are really old if they re-want them for not scalper prices. Right. But I'm interested in what the commander is going to be. I'm not saying I'm going to get it, but what Bruticus looks like. I think that will be interesting. I'm looking at him over here as we talk. What the Generation Selects, I'm glad that's coming back. So I don't think we've had Generation Selects in a while release. So I'm happy to see a combiner and what that's going to be, a multi-pack, the Predacon multi-pack. Studio Series, I'm interested in the roleplay thing.
I bet you are.
Swapticons, and so not because I'm going to buy them, but because it's interesting. I'm interested in Cyberworld and what they're going to be. Not interested in owning them, but I love the creativity that's going on in Cyberworld. I wish I could support it with my money, but I can't because of what they are. They're just not for me, but I really like this weird craziness. And honestly, that Scourge pirate ship is probably going to be bought. That's just so weird and wacky and different that I'll probably pick it up. I know you want that Deep Sea Explorer Soundwave, so I'll be looking forward to seeing that.
No, I would say the comic Soundwave and the
Fort Max.
And the Fort Max. I'm curious about
those are probably the most interesting things. And what I'm interested about, or what I'm excited about too, is comics are coming in the Studio Series. So
yeah,
maybe not 2026, but I think 2027. You're going to have a whole bunch of Skybound.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I need to catch up on a couple of episodes for the Transformers. But yeah, I that's what I'm looking for, more of that. That uniqueness is cool. Like when they did the Megatron arm, even though it's getting way overdone now, but initially when it came out for the 86 Prime, I was just like, yes, that looks really cool. I was really excited about it. So yeah, I'm very curious. Like, I mean, are they going to have Starscream Spotty on the G.I. Joe vehicle? Like, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they do that because that wouldn't really transform, but that would be cool.
Snap it on, maybe.
He needs to come with hands that go like this that you could change out. A little splatter in between. Love that. So that's going to be also very interesting. And honestly, the Megatron arm thing is only played out in third party. I'm interested to see what Hasbro's going to do. But this video has already gone on long enough. So that's enough speculation from that for that. So let us know what you think down below. We'll be looking forward to sharing all of these with you when eventually they get probably leaked by some of the prominent leakers in this community. Probably in January, I would say we're going to start seeing leaks of these things. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, to all debates are one. We will see you next time.